We are back on Fresh Waves. For those of you who have recently tuned in and think, wow, this sounds like a super cool conversation and I'd really like to listen to it again, we air this show again on Sundays on Whistle FM between 10 and noon. And then we also have the podcast on my website, which is freshwaves.ca. So you can go to freshwaves.ca usually any Thursday afternoon, and my friend Jay over there has got the show ready to go. And you can listen to it whenever you want. And it's a really nice thing to do. So you've never missed it all. If you've just tuned in, you can just go and listen to the podcast. There's all kinds of fascinating subjects there, but this one is a particularly good one. And I'm liking the fact that I didn't script this show. I've spoken with both of you wonderful ladies, Angela and Sharon, at different times in school environments when we're doing the social justice programs. And we hadn't really had a chance to get to know each other very well. And I thought that's what we would do this morning. And that's what we have done this morning. It's been a fabulous morning. I'm really, really happy to have met you and to share ideas and to find out what you're doing.
Thank you for the invitation.
You know, this is the kind of thing that we need to do all the time. And that's what Fresh Waves kind of does. Some people have called me the live Facebook, where I invite someone like Diane Ward, who came in earlier, and you guys meet Diane, Diane meets you, and before you know it, something else new has sprung. She's a master gardener as well. Okay, she wouldn't like it if I said that. She is a fantastic gardener, and she does the most amazing gardening. She also runs a group called the Wacky Wednesday Weeders, and they go around to the old age homes and seniors facilities, and they help them with the weeding. They do the Alzheimer's ward at Parkview, and they do the weeding in the gardens there. And when she finds out that someone in the neighborhood is sick or in the hospital and their gardens are going to look like mine, she runs over with a whole pack of people and they do the gardens. So when someone comes home from the hospital, their house looks like it's been loved and tended to. Wow. She just has a heart of gold, that Diane Ward. I can't say enough good things about her. And for the town to have not invited her to the initiative that was her very own making. She is now, she invented a trailer that has a lift so that people with disabilities, adults with disabilities, can go to the fair and stay for the day. It used to be that they could, people didn't realize this, but they could only go for maybe an hour and a half, 2 hours, because they would need a washroom facility that the fairs don't have. They have wheelchair accessible, but they don't have anything with a lift and an adult change table. So Diane said, well, let's make a trailer with all of that stuff that can go from fair to fair, from community event to community event. Who will house this beast? It was like Henny Penny, you know, who will help me with the bread? And no one would help. And she went to the region, and she went to every town, and she went to Stouffville, and Stouffville said, sure. And the mayor of Stouffville at the town, Justin Altman, said, we don't need wedding presents at the wedding that he invited the whole town to. He said, anyone who comes, please make a donation to Diane's trailer. Wow. And people did. They raised $50,000 from this community alone. The federal government kicked in, and people say, oh, well, the federal government paid for it. Well, why did they? Because Jane Philpott's office is right here in town, and it was drawn to her attention because of the town initiative to get this thing going. They looked all over the States, all over Canada. No one had ever had a trailer like this before. So she actually found a company in Toronto that makes custom trailers and said, have you ever done this? No. Could you do it? Oh, yeah. But it was going to cost $150,000. So they made the trailer, and Stouffville stepped up to the plate and said that we would house the trailer. And, when they put the roster together of all the people that they invited, she wasn't on the list, but she's now, and now she gets to talk at it, as if, you know, she was just sort of in the background all the time when she was the one who actually spearheaded the whole thing. But isn't that amazing? What a great thing. And we should have one of the mats at the front door of that trailer.
There you go.
I'm thinking we should.
We can get one.
This is how community works, isn't it? Sharing information, sharing ideas. And it was so nice to have Diane on board this morning as well and get some balls rolling. And if anybody's interested in talking to you ladies or finding you, how do they go about doing that?
The best way to find me is to go on milkbagsunlimited.ca. And there is a contact there, and anything that comes in for me or for Sharon, Sharon and I are on email every single day. Just one-liners. We know what we have to say. and I pass on the information.
Terrific.
Okay.
Terrific. That's great. And you can also go on our Facebook page, right, Jason? Because we'll have some information there, too, on how people get a hold of Sharon and Angela. So this has been a wonderful morning. Thank you, ladies, so much for coming in. Thank you for sharing your time and your energy and your passions with the world, because that's exactly what you do.
Thank you.
The further afar these mats go, the more kids that they help.
Thank you for sharing your message.
It is just amazing. I am so happy to know you, and so happy that you could come in and share this information with us, because I think it's super valuable. Well, and it's a great way to spend Canada's birthday, let me tell you.
Yes, it is. Yes, it is. I have a handbag at home that has a big maple leaf on it, and I'm going to carry it proudly this weekend.
Good for you. I think we all should. I'm going to have my beach bag up at the cottage this weekend. I'm going to tell everybody who asks, even if they don't ask. And I'm actually thinking that I could come up with some sort of an idea for making small squares to put on the front of my paddleboard, and then I can put my stuff in it.
There you go.
I'm already thinking.
You can do anything with milk bags.
Anything with milk bags.
My husband is always impressed. He's always like, what?
Yeah.
And I'll go, but it works.
It works. And if it works, then I'm really still in my head. I'm thinking of the corking thing, because you do not have to be crafty at all to do corking.
No.
Seriously, it was the most lame craft that I ever did in Girl Guides. And I always just watched this spool of stuff come out, and then we used to make it into a carpet, right? Or a little mat or something like that. Make it out of plastic. Oh,
we can do that.
Yeah, let's do it. Anyway, we're going to close off the show today. Thank you again for joining us.
Thank you.
We're going to close off the show with a song that was written by a very good friend of mine, Wayne Rutledge. And it was submitted to a contest that went Canada-wide for a new Canada-themed song. And this was, I guess it had to be 20 years ago. Sorry about that, Wayne. But it was about 20 years ago. And he came in second in Canada for this song. And ever since I heard it, even the first time, it's my favorite Canada Day song. This is Wayne Rutledge with Let It Show. Thanks for listening, everybody. Join us again next time on Fresh Waves.
Traveled far and wide and loved with pride. Though I'm not a proud man, I'm not afraid to say it's Canadian all the way from the snow-capped mountains to the prairies and northern downs, all the way to the bright lights of Montreal. There's a down-home hospitality that'll warm your soul. Let it show from the snow-capped mountains through the prairies and northern downs, all the way to the shores of Newfoundland. It's down-home hospitality that'll warm your soul. Let it show. Let it show.
You've been listening to Fresh Waves, a Whistle FM production. I'm your host, Brenda Masson, and our technical producer is Jason Rumball. Tune in every Wednesday at 10 a.m. for Fresh Waves here on Whistle FM, 102.9 on the FM dial and whistlefm.com anywhere in the world. Fresh Waves is available on podcast too. Just go to whistlefm.ca or freshwaves.ca. We podcast all of the Fresh Waves shows so that you can listen at your leisure. Fresh Waves. It really is